welcome to another video. This is Debbie. Today I am having my weekly WIP and chat, and if you are new to diamond painting and you are not familiar with a WIP and chat, that is a work in progress, and I am going to be working on my gorgeous diamond painting from Diamond Painting Shop, and this is called The Moon by Alphonse Mucha. I've been working on this for a while, so if you've been around, you've seen this one. I may work on something else next week, but I really want to focus on getting this one done. So I may continue working on this one on my WIPs. I am going to be using this lovely pen, and this is Custom Pens by Cheryl. I will put her link below, and I love this one because it makes this soothing sound that sounds like rain. I also have a green pen that's similar to this one. It's the first time I have bought from her, and I will be buying again. It is very lightweight, so you can use this one for quite a long time and it does not bother your hands. I'm also using this gorgeous tray. I do have some drills already in it. I don't know if you can see, but there's actually a photo that's inside the part of the tray, and this one is Summer from Alphonse Mucha. Unfortunately, Alyssa is no longer making trays, but she does have a YouTube channel, and so I will put her channel below so you can check out some of her awesome videos. In my multi-placer, I am using Randa's Crafty Corner Bubblegum scented, and I am using my Elizabeth Ward trays that I purchased from Amazon. I have that link underneath my Amazon links. And then also using glue dots for my single placer. And I may have to change my glue dot. I've been using it all weekend, so not exactly sure yet. I also have a special guest here today, and that is my daughter, Paige. Say hi, Paige.
Hi.
And you can't see what she's working on right now, but I will pop in a picture when we are done of what she's working on. But do you want to tell our friends what you're working on?
The Snow Queen diamond painting.
Okay, she is working on, I don't know if you can hear, she doesn't have a microphone, but she's working on the Snow Queen. And this is from Diamond Art Club. It is a Mandy Manzano, and I purchased this one a while back, and she loves, who is she?
Elsa.
She's Elsa. She loves Elsa from Frozen. And so she saw that one. She knew she wanted to do that one. And that is her very first diamond painting that she has ever done. So she's doing a really good job. It is a round. I don't remember the size, and she is over where I can't see her, but I will show you the size on that one. That is one of the Princess panels from Mandy Manzano. And as soon as I saw that one when it was released at least 2 years ago, I had to get it. And I'm so glad that I did because she's having a really good time with it. It is large for a first-time diamond painting, but she's done all this by herself, and she's getting closer. She's over halfway to finishing, but I thought it'd be really nice to have her as a special guest today because I am working from home today, and I have gotten almost everything I needed to have done, and she was actually awake whenever I decided to start on my video for this. So she'll be popping in and out, making comments, but hope that you enjoy the two of us diamond painting together. We diamond paint together quite often, and we do it on our dining room table. It just makes it easier because we both are working on large paintings, and we can spread out. So that does tend to make it easier for both of us. And her sister, Madison, actually bought her another diamond painting for her birthday, and that one's smaller. So now Paige is going to be working on 2 diamond paintings, and she started working on the other one on, I guess it was this weekend, on Saturday. And that one is Heaven's Official Blessing. and it's a show that she likes to watch, as well as, do you read those books too? Are those books?
Yes.
Those are also books, and so she loves that particular show. And it's a manga, so I don't know much about it because that is just not my thing, but her and Madison really like mangas. So I will put a link in that description as well, and if you're interested in that. And it's actually for Amazon, and for as small of a diamond painting that it is, I think it's a 30 by 40, it is good quality. So I'm really curious to see as she progresses what it's going to look like. But the drills are round, and they actually are really good. It's the first time I've really worked with Amazon or seen someone working on Amazon. I have unboxed a couple of Amazons, and I kitted one up that I was going to take with me on a trip and ended up not taking that one, but never have really worked with it. So I am going to be looking at hers, and then I can give you some updates on that quality. So first of all, hello to everybody. How are you guys doing? If you are new, welcome. I am so glad that you found us. Would love for you to subscribe if you like and enjoy the content. And for those of you that are not new, welcome back. I really enjoy seeing you guys every week, and also enjoy all of your commenting. And for those of you that are in Southern California, I hope that you guys are okay. And then I also have a couple of subscribers that are from Hawaii, and I have heard from them. They are fine, and their family's fine. They're safe, so I'm really thankful for that. And if for any of you that are suffering from either the weather or just life in general, then I am thinking of you guys as well. So on my WIP and chats, if you want to work on something, feel free to work along with Paige and I, and we'll spend anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour with you going over some of our life updates, things that have been happening around here, and then also I will go over some diamond painting updates. And if you hear just kind of a loud noise every now and then in the background, we have just bought a new ice maker, and it goes on the cabinet. It's small, portable, but our ice maker has not been working, and my husband has just worked with it and worked with it. It's a fairly new refrigerator, and so now he's just gotten really frustrated with it. And so he doesn't like ice, Paige doesn't use ice, and I'm the only one in the house that really likes ice. So I told him, instead of dealing with the freezer and trying to figure out why that it keeps freezing up, that we just decided that I will just buy an ice maker and put it on the cabinet, and I will just use that. And so it's working out. I really like it. It makes either small or large cubes, and they're the crunchy kind, which I really do like. Like if you were to go to, we have a Sonic here. If you go to Sonic or some place like that that has a really nice crunchy ice, then that's exactly what it is. And so got that from Amazon. So I'll put that on the description too if you happen to be interested. But it also keeps the ice frozen. You can just keep it plugged in, which is what I've been doing. And it makes plenty of ice for me with some ice left over. So if I wanted to just put it in my freezer, I could, or I can just leave it there, and that way it doesn't get all clumpy. And so I've just been leaving it, been taking some to work, but it is kind of loud only whenever it decides to sweep the ice and puts the ice into the little bucket and little container, and when it does that, that's when it kind of is a little bit noisy. So hopefully you can't hear it. It is new, so I haven't tried it before being on film, on video, so I'm not sure how loud that's going to be. If it's too loud, then I can adjust that for the next video. So that was one thing that we did. We did buy the new ice maker, and I have really enjoyed it more than I thought that I would. I've been kind of doing without ice, but I just don't want to have him to have to worry and have to bother with it when he's doing a lot of things out in the yard for us. Moving our fence. We got a quote for our fence to be moved. It was about 75 feet that he wanted a fence moved, and they wanted in the thousands of dollars. And so my husband's like, it's not going to take them more than probably 4 hours to do this work, 4 to 6 hours tops. And so he decided that he's just going to do it himself. And so that's taking a lot of time. Plus, he's also purchased us it's a really nice, or I hope that it is, a screened in area that we're able to use when we sit outside, because we have just been inundated with mosquitoes. We have tried every hack that I have found online. Nothing seems to work. Citronella candles are not working. And so we decided we're just going to get this screen, and instead of him putting it on our deck, he is going to pour a patio and put that at the end of our house. And so that way it's at the end of the steps for our deck. Our deck is not going to have to hold that much weight because it is rather heavy for that topper. And we'll be able to enjoy that. Plus, if we wanted to have a fire pit outside of the little screened in area this fall, then we can do that. So he's got a lot that he's working on. Plus, he wants to get some things done in our yard. And I didn't want him to have to worry about the ice maker, because I knew he would if, I told him once again it was frozen. So anyway, now I have ice. He doesn't have to worry about that. He can work on his own things in the yard, and he's happy to be working in the yard, even though it is still miserably hot here. It is in the 90s, goes up to around 100, and then with the heat index, it is well over 100. So we are not seeing any change in our weather here. It was nice one night. It was actually a little chilly when we were sitting outside. I was really surprised, but then it went right back the next day into the 90s. So it was going to be a while before it cools off. This is typical of the South. I don't know if you have ever been to the South or if you live in the South, but the South can be very hot. We're not as hot as Florida, but our humidity is horrible. I've been staying inside. Paige doesn't like to go hot, do you?
No.
She does not like to get overheated at all. So we've been staying inside, and I'm back to work. She's going to be starting her photography class pretty soon. And so she's going to be really busy with learning photography and taking a lot of photos around here. So I have to get her to take some photos to put on my Facebook page. And if you do not know that I have a Facebook group, I have that linked underneath the description as well. And my Facebook group, it is growing. We post photos in there of what we're working on, progress photos, completions, and just questions if you have questions about something, and others can answer. So we have been active in there, not as active as I should be, not as active as I want to be, but I am working on it. I am trying. Also, I have a birthday club that I have just started. I will put the link under there as well. If you would like to receive a handmade birthday card from me, close to your birthday, then please fill out that form. I do not give your information out to anybody. It is only for me, and it is on a form that is password protected, so it does not go out to anybody. But if you're interested, I would love to send you a card for your birthday. I'm starting to gear up for some Christmas cards. Paige has given me some really good ideas for Christmas cards. One idea we talked about was some wreaths. So I think I will do some wreath Christmas cards. And then for our main Christmas cards for my family, I think I finally figured it out this morning. I've gotten a new mini catalog from Stamping Up, and I think I'm going to purchase a couple things there, and I'm going to start on our Christmas cards so they will be ready. If I don't do them well before the holiday season hits, then more than likely I am not going to have them done. They just will not get finished. So let me know if you guys do Christmas cards and if you have to start yours early, or not really. It doesn't have to be Christmas cards, holiday cards. Let's just call it holiday cards. So I do get those because if I don't start working on them early and get them even ready to mail, I have to make sure the stamp is on. I have to be ready. And that way they'll be ready to go, because I love making cards, but I'm not so good sometimes when I get busy about trying to mail a bunch of them at one time. So that's why I thought with this birthday club, I am doing a few each week, and then I have cards already ready, and all I have to do is address them, and so that part is easy. And I've already sent out a couple of cards, so I'm excited about that. That was a lot of fun. And then put some messages in there and some stickers and things. So if you have filled out the cards and your birthday is in August or September, be on the lookout for your birthday card. So that's what's going on basically with the social media for my groups. And then for Instagram, I've been posting some updated photos. I haven't posted this one in a little while, so I will post the moon. It's gonna post it today, but I have posted a couple of others, especially the one that I'm really focusing on lately, and that one is my Professor McCrum. So you'll see that one on Instagram, and it's the same name as my channel, so easy to find. We haven't really done a lot this week. I did get my car, the AC repaired. I know Paige is really excited for that because she would get in the car and it would be really hot. So now the car is rather cold, and we didn't realize that how bad my air conditioner was. We'd gotten so used to it, but now it's kind of cold and we have to turn it off. So that has been super nice. We have to have AC. Don't we, Paige?
Yes.
She was the one that kept saying, we need AC in the car. I'm like, I know we do. Can't go far without AC. It's not worth it. So that was last week. And thank goodness that they only had my car for one day. They didn't find anything else wrong, so that was super nice. And then we went to the store and we bought another cake. This one wasn't a birthday cake. It was just a small cake that we decided Paige saw it and wanted it. So now we've gotten, I think, used to cake too much. Now it's like we're always wanting cake. So we've got to cut down on that. We do have to go to the store again today. I usually go once a week, and we will do that later on this afternoon. But I wanted to get a couple of videos done first. I had to work today. So I've gotten quite a bit of that done. Paige has been keeping herself busy. She's done a lot in the house while I've been working. She has been dusting. She dusted her office and she dusted the house and she swept. And when she sweeps, it's crazy because of our cat. She is really shedding. you could almost get another cat out of all the hair that we're getting when we get it cleaned up. It is just crazy. But she is just, black hair is just everywhere. So we have to pretty much sweep every couple of days. And then she loves to have her litter all up and down the hall. She has her own room. Our cat is sassy. She has her own little room that has her food and it has her litter box in it. And her room is basically a hall coat closet. It just worked out perfect. We have this hall that really doesn't make sense. You can't do much with it, and we just decided to put some photos up on the wall, and then we couldn't decide what we were going to do with her litter box when we moved in this house. And so I told my husband, I said, I know this sounds really strange, but why don't we make that coat closet Salem's room? And that way her litter box is out of the way. It's at the end of the hall and we don't ever smell it. It's just perfect. And so he agreed. And so our cat has her own room. And you can hear in there sometimes, and a lot of times she'll come out. She has litter and it gets in the hall. So I've got to figure out something about that. Maybe getting some kind of rug or something that's easy to clean up, because it's really hard to get that litter cleaned up sometimes, especially when Paige is the one that does it. I'm sure she will be happy if I go ahead and find something. So that's basically just us getting the house nice and clean, and that way we're not doing it on the weekend, so that gives me more time in my craft room and more time for us to diamond paint together. And we did go out to dinner one night, just kind of breaking up the week. We like to go out on Wednesdays, or actually my husband picks it up on Wednesdays. I had my first card group that we have not met all summer, and we were really starting to miss each other. And the small groups in my church doesn't start until the end of this month, but we were all ready to get back. So we all decided that we'll go ahead and get started, even though it's not an official kickoff for our small groups. But we've been together for so long in our group that we didn't really need a kickoff. So we started making our cards and tried to get caught up. And it's an hour and a half online every Wednesday night. And that Wednesday night time went by so fast. It just flew by. So now my craft room table is in kind of a mess. Just trying to make a few cards. I moved things around. I think I was up and down trying to find things, and more than I was actually getting to make cards. So on Wednesday of this week, I am going to be better prepared. I'm going to have everything out that I'm going to need. And I have a table that I'm using separate from my diamond painting. I don't want any ink or anything to be on my table, and I don't know it on my diamond painting table, and then it gets on my diamond painting. I would not be happy. So that's kind of what I've done in my craft room. Trying to figure out a way that I can record down in my craft room instead of upstairs, because I'm starting to get it kind of messy upstairs, bringing things up and down, and it's just easier to have everything together. And I like to have everything in one place. If I need something, I'm not constantly going up and down the stairs, and I know exactly what I need to do. I want to have a dedicated place that I can just have all my lights and everything out. So I'm kind of working towards that, but my channel is still fairly new. I mean, it's a year old, but I am still learning as I'm going of what you guys like to see, even the sounds and the actual lighting. So all of that I try to get more every month to where it looks better. So hopefully that's going to, you'll be able to see that soon, where it does look better. and more crisp. I am thinking of doing a live on a Friday afternoon just to see what it's like and to see if you guys would like an afternoon. The evenings are more difficult for me because we have our family time. My husband likes to sit outside. He likes for us to be together in the evenings. And with me already having a Wednesday evening, that we pretty much, we eat dinner and then I have my craft group, and then from there we're done at 8:30, but then I only have about 15-20 minutes and then we start getting ready for bed at 9. So it makes it a little more difficult for me to do things at night. But let me know if you would like a live maybe around lunchtime on a Friday, and I am Eastern time zone. So just to let everybody know, but let me know your thoughts. I'd like to know what you think about that. And I haven't done a live before, so it may be a total hot mess. But we'll see. We'll see how that works. And let's see, what else did we, what else did we do, Paige? We went somewhere. We didn't go to Target. Where did we go? We went somewhere else this week. I forgot. We didn't go to the dollar store. That was last week when we went shopping at the Dollar Tree. Didn't we go shopping for something else? We went shopping online.
Yes.
Paige had some money and gift cards for her birthday, and so we went shopping she went shopping online, and she got a few things, some really good things. She got a lamp. We hadn't gotten a lamp in yet. And a book, a hairbrush, and then Madison got her several things for her birthday. So that was really nice of her sister using her own money. I did hear from Maddie. She calls me every couple of days from South Dakota. She is starting a program through her work, and it is going to be time that she does in class time. It's going to be online, and then she also has to do clinicals. And since she is already an employee at the hospital where she's going to be taking the classes, she's going to be able to do her clinicals while she's working. So that's going to be really nice. And so most of the other students, when they do their clinicals, they're not going to get paid for it, and they're going to have to work X amount of hours in order to earn this, let's see, a nursing certificate. So she is going to be able to work and she gets paid for it. So that's definitely nice. She was always worried how that was going to work. And then once she receives this certificate, she is going to be a certified nursing assistant, and she can also receive a certificate for an LPN, which is a licensed practical nurse. And that's what she's planning on doing while she's going to school for radiology. And with the radiology program that she wants to get into, you have to be either an LPN, a nursing assistant, or you have to be an RN before you can get admitted, or you can get admitted to the program, but you can't go any further until you have at least the bare minimum of that one of those certifications. And so that's going to help her progress on what she really wants to do. So I think she is finally moving in the right direction. She is really excited about this program, and I am definitely excited for her, because the programs that she was taking, she just wasn't really happy with what she was doing. And now I think she has finally figured out what she wants to do. So that's going to be really nice for her. She is also talking about her and her fiance coming home for Christmas. So we're definitely excited about that as well. We are looking forward to seeing her. It's been since November since we've seen her. So we're all talking about what we're gonna do when she's home, and then the time that they will go and see her dad, and then of course Paige will go with them. And I'm sure they'll all go out to dinner and they'll have Christmas with their dad, maybe his family. I'm not sure about that yet. We hadn't really talked about it. Let's see, what else? We did have a mishap and wanted to let you guys know that the trick actually works. I've not had a mishap before, so I wasn't, not to this extent, so I wasn't sure if baby wipes trick would work, but Paige and I can both say that yes, the baby wipes do work. But we were diamond painting and there were some stickers that we had just out on the table, and next thing that we knew, it got on one of our canvases, and it was on part of the canvas that we had release paper that was off of it. So there wasn't any kind of release paper on it, it was just the glue. And it stuck down really quick because it was stickers. And so I told Paige, I said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to try to get this up the best that we can, just using our fingernails and then using some tweezers, and then we're going to use baby wipes and just wipe really hard, see if we can get the rest of it off, and then we're going to let it dry for 24 hours and the glue should be back. We shouldn't have any problems. And so while I was trying to get some of the paper off, I had her run downstairs and get baby wipes out of my craft room. And so she did that and we both worked on this. It was a big section and I was a little worried, I have to say, but then we got the paper off. What we couldn't get off, we were able to get it off with the baby wipes. And we did have to scrub a little hard using the baby wipes because it was still, there was still some paper down, and it came off. And then we waited 24 hours, checked, and the glue is just as good as new. And if the glue wasn't, at least we were able to get the paper off. So the next action that I would have done if the baby wipes didn't work is you can also try fingernail polish remover or fingernail polish. And so I didn't really have any clear fingernail polish and I wasn't really sure about the remover. I've heard that would work, but I thought that might be a little harsh. So luckily what I did worked. But if we needed to, I also have some glue that I could put down that should be okay. And then I also have a small little container of glue that one of the discount companies had sent me. And I haven't tried that one yet, but I've got that handy. But now it's just fine. So if you ever have that problem, don't panic. Don't throw your canvas away. Try that and see if it works. Because well, I'll have to say we were both a little concerned, but it was fine. And it's all good. So that was one thing that happened this week. Anything else, Paige? What else happened?
I cleaned the bathrooms.
Yes, Paige is cleaning the house for me. So she had to clean all the bathrooms. She did a really good job on that. Since she's not going to school right now, she's in between programs. She is like my little housekeeper while I am working. And she's also taking care of the dogs.
And the cat.
And the cat. Taking care of the crazy cat. And that's really hard sometimes, just to take care of her, find out where she is. We did have a really bad storm It rained really hard, thundered, lightning. We lost power for a short time. It came right back on, thank goodness, because it was one of the hotter days, of course. This week, my husband is taking off a couple of days. If he doesn't use his vacation time, he is going to lose it. And he doesn't want to lose his vacation time. So he's going to take a couple of days this week, and then his sister is having surgery. We think on Friday. We have not gotten specifics. It's supposed to be Friday, but we have not heard the time and if it's definite. And his mother, who is in her 80s, wants to go to the hospital. And so she has asked my husband if he would take her. She doesn't drive anymore. She has a really hard time with mobility. And so he said that he would take her. It's in a different city than us. It's a couple of hours away. So he's going to take his mom. And so I told him that he probably wants to talk to his sister about his mom going up there, because she lives with his mom. His sister does. And she knows about how long she can sit, if she's going to get tired really easy, if it's a good idea. I really don't think it's a good idea for her to go up there. I think it's going to be a long surgery. I think maybe if we were just at her house and just waited around if we needed to take her to the hospital. But she's insisting on going. And so, I understand that. I get it. It's her daughter. I would want to go if it was my daughter as well. But my husband has asked me if I could take off and go in case that he needs help with his mom, getting her in the car, helping out with a wheelchair once we get there, finding a wheelchair at the hospital that we can use. So I told him that, I would be glad to. And so we're going to keep Paige home to take care of the animals and just to stay home in case we're going to be late. We don't know yet. We're not really sure. We know we're not spending the night. It might be a late day. It might be early. And his mom has early signs of dementia. So we need to make sure that everything is what she says that it is before we go up there. His sister didn't want anyone to worry. She didn't want anyone to go up there. So she hasn't even mentioned it to us, but he is going to call her and tell her what his mom is asking. So that's going to be a busy day for me, depending on what day that's going to be this week. And I'm hoping to have all of my videos done in advance. We'll see if that happens. I'm trying to get ahead of videos to where they're already posted and I can just do videos maybe a week or two in advance on some of them. I couldn't do my WIP and chats that way, for obvious reasons, because I can't really tell you what we're going to be doing. We never know what we're going to be doing from one day to the next half the time. So I wouldn't want to do my videos that far in advance for WIP and chat or my massive cross stitch conversion project. I like to do those about a day or two in advance to give myself plenty of time. Let's see, what else? We were outside, my husband and I, on Friday night, and I kept hearing this really loud music, and I thought, what in the world? What neighbor would have music so loud that we can pretty much hear every word that they're singing? And so then the more we listened to it, we realized that that wasn't coming from a stereo or anything. It was actually live. So then we thought maybe it is the HOA that is behind us. There's another subdivision. Maybe they were having an end of year blowout party or something at their pool. And so then we thought about it, and my husband said, well, what's the matter?
He's gonna foreign sounds coming this way.
Oh, you spilled some beads?
Yeah.
That happens. We all spill beads.
And
Use that little sweeper.
I know, I'm trying to get to it in your Salem.
She's not going to get to it. The cat's coming over. Paige is worried that the cat's going to get the beads, but I don't think she will.
Where is it?
Look, I don't know. Where'd you put it?
I'll just get the brown.
Did you lose a lot of them?
There's a lot on the floor.
Well, then you need to make sure you need to pick it up because you don't want to lose the color. Just use your hands. You can use your hands.
There's a lot on the floor though.
Let me see. Where are they? Oh, that's not very many. Just get the broom.
Salem, no.
She's not going up there. She's going to the window. That's just a small mishap. It's fine. You don't have that many.
True.
When you said a lot, I thought you meant like a whole.
No.
So, okay. Just a slight mishap. It's all good. We all spill drills.
It's beads, Mom.
Beads. They're also called drills or diamonds. But yes, we all spill, as Paige calls them, beads. There's a few blue beads on the floor. I think it's blue.
It's kind of blue.
Kind of blue. But it's just a handful, so you're good. But as I was saying, we realized it was live music. So then I got on Facebook just for some reason, just looking, and I saw this post from our city, and that we have a new park. It's fairly new, probably about 6 months old, and it is a couple of miles from our house. But we could hear they were having some kind of a barbecue festival on Friday and all day on Saturday, and then Saturday night they were going to have music again. So that's what it was. It was a live band. So we were sitting out there. He was drinking his beer. I had a wine. The music we couldn't really tell a lot of it, but it was country, and it sounded like it playing the same beat. Like, that would drive me insane. I don't like hearing the same beat, and it was rather loud. So we had both agreed that if we were at the park, we probably would not have stayed once they started playing because it was so loud 2 miles away. I can't imagine how loud that it was at the park. And it could have just been that it was, bouncing off the houses, the sound. Possibly, maybe that's why it just sounded so bad to us. And then the same thing happened on Saturday.
Fireworks.
Yes, they also had fireworks. And so once they finished playing about, what time was it, Paige? About 9:30?
I think so.
It's about 9:30 or so. They stopped playing their music, and then they had fireworks. And we were able to look out over the trees in our yard and the neighbors, and we could see the fireworks. And the fireworks went on for a good 10 to 15 minutes. And of course, our animals were scared. The dogs weren't too happy. Salem flew under the bed. She didn't come out for a while, but the fireworks were really pretty. But that's another thing. I just don't like living in the city. It's just, I'm ready to move on away from the city. I'm ready to go back to small town life, which I haven't done in many, many years. But I'm over it. But I guess it was nice to see the fireworks. And they had, I'm not sure what all was down there, but when I got out on Sunday for just a little while, they had they were food trucks that they had out still at the park area. So I thought that was kind of interesting that it was still there. But maybe we'll go and they do something else.
Once it cools off.
It has to be cooler. It's just too hot. I don't even know what all they had. They had face painting for kids and different things, but besides the different barbecue trucks, I'm not sure what else was there. But it was a 2-day event. But I'm surprised they didn't do it towards September instead of just in the middle of August. So that's kind of odd. I am going to pick another color. Once I finish this section, I'll be moving up towards the face of the lady. And so I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be nice to work on something different on this painting. And also when I get closer to her head, to the top of this canvas, it's going to be a lot of white. That's where the moon is going to be. And I actually have started a very small section. I was sitting in our den one day because it was raining, we couldn't go outside, and I thought I'm just going to work on this one. And I have a small lap tray that I use for my diamond paintings when I am sitting in my recliner, and this just does not work well on that particular little lap desk. Maybe if I wrapped it around a pool noodle or I did something. The lap desk is really small and it works really well for smaller size paintings, but this one, it kept the drills were on the side of on all sides of this lap desk, and so the drills were coming off. They were sliding because of it being up against the ends of that lap desk. So maybe I need to just put a pool noodle or something like that on it. But I flipped it over. I thought where I was working, it was just going to be too difficult to try to get to that section. So I flipped it over and started working on the other end, the top of the canvas, and I was working on it upside down. So I've gotten a little bit of that done, and that was fun because it's giving it more of a color than this blue, the blue and the greens. But I don't think I'll work on this one on a lap desk anymore just because of that. But if you guys have worked on a lap desk, a small one, and you've worked, sitting on your couch or leaning back in a recliner or sitting in a recliner, let me know some tips and tricks on that, because I have just had a hard time. Maybe it's the little lap desk that I have. It's okay. It's not exactly the greatest. It was just something that I had seen and gotten off of Amazon. But if there's one better that might work for me, because once it starts getting colder, then we won't be able to go out. We can in the fall, but November, December is about when I call it quits. And my husband likes to stay out there, but he won't if I won't. So when it starts to get really cold and just nasty out, then we'll have to stay in. And that's when I'll just sit and I will watch TV with him, but I'll diamond paint. And I would put a table in there, or even I could use, I've got downstairs a couple of tables that I could bring upstairs, or even I have an easel, a large easel that I could do that actually has, legs, but I don't want that in my living room. I don't have room for it either. I can't just put it over to the side somewhere. I guess if I got rid of our couch, but that'd be a problem. If somebody comes and visits, they wouldn't even have a place to sit. And my cat likes our couch, so that's not gonna work either.
She's torn it up.
Yeah, she likes to scratch on it, so that doesn't work very well. If we do get another couch, we gotta figure out what to do on that, because she has just ruined one side of this couch. And it's fairly new. And then she's using it as a scratching post, so it doesn't look that great on one side. So that's something else I have to think about. What can I do if I want to buy another couch and her not scratch on it? She does not scratch on any other furniture.
Yes, it does.
What?
Your Oh, she tried to scratch once on the spare bedroom bed.
Oh yeah, she did one time on the spare bedroom bed. I think that was because my daughter's cat stayed with us for a little bit. And I think she smelled Lucy and she was scratching on the bed because of it. And my daughter will be bringing Lucy and Hattie when she comes. And her boyfriend.
Fiance.
Well, fiance, yes, you're right. I need to start saying fiance, don't I?
Yes.
Yeah, I just forget. She does have a ring. He did propose. They are getting married, so yeah, fiance.
Next year.
Yes, next year. We're not sure the date yet. We'll have to discuss that too. That's going to keep us busy next year. Paige is her wedding planner. She's never been a wedding planner before, but Madison wants her to be her wedding planner and a bridesmaid. So they're going to be doing all kinds of planning.
And we're going wedding shopping in December around here to get some wedding dresses.
Yes, we have to go look for wedding dresses in December, so that'll be exciting.
Oh, I hope it's around here and not. I don't want to go all the way to South Dakota just to pick out.
No, I hope we don't have to go. I'm not planning on going to South Dakota for that. We can't in the winter because it's snow. It's very icky there in the winter.
I wish it would snow here.
I know, I wish it would snow here. I wouldn't mind going to South Dakota to see the snow and then come home. But our local would get stuck there for a couple of weeks, and that's not going to work either. So no, we will not be able to go to South Dakota in the winter. Unless we decided we wanted to stay for a little bit. I need another color. What color do I want? I guess it's going to be another blue. Let's see, what was I talking about?
I don't know.
You were supposed to be listening.
I get distracted with my diamond painting.
I know, me too.
Actually, I'm almost done. I'm on the shamrocks. I'm almost finished the shamrocks. I just finished all the C's.
Oh, you're finished with the C's now?
Yep, I'm almost finished with the shamrocks.
I am on, I don't know what you call this one. It looks like a diamond, kind of. And see, there's mishaps because I have two different colors in this, if you can see. Maybe it's blue and it's green. And it is all throughout this container. So when I did it, I realized immediately when I did it, but I thought, I'm not going to fish all of these out. I know which colors are this little diamond, and then I know what other color is in here. So when I need the other color, I just fish it out of here. And then once I kit down, I won't be saving this.
And be careful not to mix any colors or it'll be a big mess.
That's what I did. Did you see?
Mm-hmm.
I've mixed these colors. And it's not just a few, it is a bunch.
And if your bag falls, if you get bags, be careful because they'll fall right out.
Oh, that's right. That's another really good tip that Paige just gave everybody. If you use bags, make sure on your bags that the zipper still works really good. And if you use them for a long time, then they're going to wear out. And then you may have your drills fall into your bag that you're keeping your drills in.
Now that the hard way.
Yes, Paige found that one out the hard way. So now she's using some bags, but on her new canvas, she decided that she wanted to use containers. So I had some extra containers, and that's what she's going to be using, will be her containers. At first, I thought she'd have a hard time opening some containers, and so I thought, well, baggies will be better. And that's why I went ahead and did hers in baggies. And Diamond Art Club doesn't do baggies, so I had extra baggies that I put them in, and then I just labeled them for her. And a lot of people like to work out of baggies, but we are not very good at baggies, are we?
No.
And then you have to keep them in order or you're constantly looking for your color, and we don't do very good with that either. So we're not baggy girls, but if you are, there is no shame. I wish that we could use baggies. It would be a lot faster than having to kit up, and kitting down would be a breeze. But we just don't do very well with baggies.
And if you want to find good containers, you can always find them on Amazon.
That's right. You can find containers on Amazon. There's also really good containers. Oh, I just about lost a drill. But we've gotten a lot of ours from Amazon. Not all of them. Art Dot has some excellent containers. I love Art Dot. I'm also an affiliate with Art Dot. I want to throw that in there just in case you saw the affiliate link. And I may earn a small commission. And if I do, then I put it right back into my channel. Just to let everyone know. The same thing with Diamond Painting Shop. This one is from Diamond Painting Shop. And I had another unboxing from Diamond Painting Shop that Rosa so graciously sent to me. So if you would like anything from Diamond Painting Shop, if you use my code, I may receive a small commission. And anytime that I do receive a commission, it's definitely appreciated, not expected, definitely appreciated. And I just put that money back into the channel so I'm able to buy more containers that we can test. Paige helps me test some things, and then also I can buy some more kits, and especially from some new companies, so there's some companies I'd like to try, and then I can let you guys know how I feel about them. That is what I'm planning on doing, especially next year. I want to focus more on different companies that I have not purchased from and add those to my stash. As far as diamond painting, I had several videos that came out last week. I had that new one from Diamond Painting Shop. I also had another completion that was from Crafty, and that one turned out really cute. I was really pleased with that. It was a lot of fun. And then this week, I am going to have an unboxing from Paint Gems. And Paint Gems has come out with a couple new sets. Seems like they're always coming out with new sets lately. And so I bought the 2 new sets, and that is Summer and Bakery. So those, I just ordered them, and it's only been a few days. I mean, like 4 days since I ordered those, and they came in today. I'm just really impressed with their shipping. They've changed the shipping because for a long time, when I would order through Paint Gem, it would take me 2 to 3 weeks to get my order in, and sometimes it took a full month. So now they are also shipping from the US, and I'm not sure where they are shipping from in the US, but wherever they're shipping from, I mean, as soon as they got my order, it already went in and saying that it was ready to ship. And I thought, well, it's probably going to sit there for a few days. But then it said today that that it was picked up. And then I got a next email about 15 minutes later, and it said it's out for delivery. So it was delivered very quickly. And I will be unboxing that this week. Haven't even opened them. So they look cute on the website, and I love Paint Gem. They're so fun if you just want something on the go. I take those to work with me. And not sure when I'll get to these, but I'm going to put them on a decision wheel and decide that way which ones to work on after the ones that I already have kitted up done. So that's something that you can look for this week. And then I also have my reorganization. That's going to be part 3 that is ready to go out. And I also have some kitting downs that I really need to do. I'm not going to be kitting up anything this week that I'm aware of. That could change, but as of right now, I don't plan on kitting anything else up.
the shin wraps are done.
Are you already finished another one?
Yeah.
That's good.
This is how far I got.
Let me see. She has an arm. That's good. She's looking good. And I will put that up after the end of this video. Then stay tuned. I will just show you what her canvas looks like. You may not have seen that one because it is older. Unfortunately, it is discontinued. I think I'm going to call it good for today. We've been rambling on for a while. I hope that you enjoyed my special guest. Tell everybody bye, Paige.
Bye.
And if you didn't hear, she said bye. She will come back on future videos for WIP and Chats if you would like for her to. She enjoyed being on here. She wanted to do it. And so I was all for it and told her to come and get her things and to join me. Hope that you were able to get something completed if you wanted to. And until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye.
Does she notice the things I notice? How she practices piano on her thigh, imagining the keys inside her mind. Does she notice the things I notice? How her eyes wander the room when it gets quiet, searching for solutions in the silence. But I'm here, I'm here. Won't she turn around? Won't she look at me? Oh, please, won't she notice me? I want her to notice what I don't notice. Space between us now, it's just like miles, and I've only ever fit inside the shadows. But I'm here, I'm here. Won't she turn around? Won't she look at me? Oh, please, won't she turn around? Won't she look at me? Oh, please, won't she notice me? She's everywhere, I'm over here. 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 She's everywhere, I'm over here.